Greeting my nature loving friends. I'm back with another videos. This is my first ever videos in 2021 this year. I was busy doing other things and don't have time to make. So just you guys remember the last videos that I make? I remember was about last year, yeah, December. I made a video about my planted tank. So let's have a look. How's my plants doing? So guys, you can see today's spotlight we're gonna focus on my tiger lotus, as you can see right here. So this is how it looks like, the overview of the tank. You can see it's growing really big, really well, spreading like crazy. Wisteria, there you go. That will be another videos in another day, but let's focus on these plants here. So I had these plants, these plants for in my previous tank. Had it quite some time. I think I had it about a year or so. It was growing up really high. If you can see my previous aquascape, now you can see how crazy it is. You see how big the leaves is. It is so crazy. Oh man, I really like this tank. And these plants especially. Alright guys, by the way, look at my neon texture. So I placed a couple of them over here. There's one of them here, and if you look around, there's a few of them right there at the back. This one here and this one here. So the leaves is really big. If you have a really large tank, I recommend that the tank size of this for this plant should be around 50 gallon or so, 40 gallons, because they can grow really large. And this tank is a 48 gallon. So you can see the scale, how big it is. If you were to compare this to the overview size of my tank. It is very easy plants to take care of. What I noticed is that I had a CO2 here. I have a CO2 here, and it doesn't really need CO2, to be honest with you. I would dose liquid fertilizer, Forest Advance, and some other fertilizers, I think by Tropica. So the main thing is, if you want to keep this in the healthy states, you make sure that you have enough fertilizers, and of course the lighting. Yeah, so talk about the lighting. The lighting is very important for these plants, because just like most of the plants that really have they have red pigmentation, you can see the tiger lotus, it requires a little bit more light. I realized that if you really want to grow to have a very deeper color, you require a bit more light. And nutrients, soil nutrients. My soil is actually very simple. Beneath of this soil, I'm using the ADA soil, and on top of that, I don't know what gravel is this. I can't remember. It's a German brand. But anyway, any type of gravel would do. I think this plant is not very fussy about the type of nutrients. But if you really worry about the nutrients in the substrate, I recommend you get the root tap. I don't have any root tap in here, so. But anyway, you can see the size of the tank. If I were to put my hands in there, this is the size. You see how big it is. It's really amazing. Look at that. It's so big. Now it tends to go up way in the surface. So if you see that it's going up to the surface, you might want to trim it down to make it more compact. So far, these plants in this new setup, it didn't reach to the surface. So I'm just gonna leave it as that. There's constantly new shoots coming out in this tank, especially for this plant. So highly recommend this if you have the space for it. Let's have a look at that in the side view. You can see, I mean, I always like to look at the side of it. Oh, look at that, this one is beautiful. It's a beautiful plant though. I'm gonna trim it down after this video. So I'm gonna show you guys now. So after that, I'm gonna trim it down because I think it's covering up some of the plants at the back. At the back of the plants is another one. Of course, you can see is the Amazon sword. There are two types I have in this. I have the red version and the green version. This is the green version. The red one is, I don't know where is it somewhere. Yeah, it's probably somewhere around here. I can't remember where I put it. So this is the green version. Whichever version it's still the same. Requirements are the same. It's a low light, not low light. Sorry, what am I saying? It's not a low light. It doesn't require much care. You have the basic care. I would say enough lighting, enough nutrients in the water. If you have root tap, that'd be good. If you don't have a root tap, then at least you should have nutrients in the water column. And what else? Yeah, constant water changes. I did about 50% water changes once a week. Yeah, I don't like to have many fish in the tank, so now, except a few of these fishes, I have 3 cichlid, which I'm gonna do another video on that, on a species spotlight. Let's have a look at that. Look at this. Yeah, man, I always in awe. This is like the centerpiece. Alright guys, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I really appreciate that you guys can subscribe. I'm going to do more videos on species spotlight on the next one, maybe, and other plants that I'm gonna talk about. As you can see, I'm loving my tank here. I'm loving my planted tank, and there's so much to talk about. So much the information that I learned throughout my times in keeping this planted tank. And this is one of my most successful tank that I've ever kept, and I'm very happy and very proud of it. So I'm gonna share some of the tips, some of my experiences, what I think about some certain plants they can keep in this tank. As always, as you can see, there's so much information that you can find online or other YouTube you can find from. As for me, I've learned from other YouTubers, read some books online on how to take care of these plants. So just like always, enjoy what you do, and so stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next coming video.